and welcome back. So the following are the photographs to my location shoot in Foynes. So there we have the boat, and then you have the factory smoke in the background also. So here I changed the angle, so I made a triangle across the centre. So here we have the boats again. So it's a nice composition from far. Next up we'll have the wall here, so that gives you foreground and more depth to the image. It's another perspective. Here I got down towards where the wall was near the seafront, and here we have the bollards that I was speaking about in the previous videos. So I bent down, changed the angle, so I bent down lower. So the next one then I changed the angle again a little bit. So next up I'll be framing it. So that's right down to the grass. You have mostly grass halfways and the boats are just hidden. So here the two orange bollards are framing the boat here in the centre. So it's a nice composition. We'll go back to that one again. So you can see the composition. I spoke about that in the previous videos. So here then you have the factory in the centre, the clouds and the sea. Here again I changed my angle, so I made a triangle in half. So it looks like the boats are kind of like they're falling, but that's only a matter of changing your perspective and your angle. Here then you have the grass coming up, so it gives it more depth. So the boats are like they're hidden. So again I use about 5.6 aperture and an ISO 200 because of the day. Here is another shot of the factory in the distance in the centre. Boats down near the seafront, and again you have the wall here just creeping into the photo. So next up then, here I started the image leading in from the concrete wall. So you're giving the viewer a leading way into towards the boat. So here then I use the orange bollard as a foreground. I'll go back to that one. So again you're adding colour. You see it's a vibrant colour and it matches again with the boats here. So it's an interesting composition. So then we have the boat coming towards me. So these are various different shots. So you have the boat leading in towards the house. Again, this is just the seascape in proportion. Now here are the sepia tone photographs. That's the shadow from the bollard. So we'll go back to that one again. So I was kneeling down for this one again, so you have different angle. So you have more grass in this one. So it's a different effect again. Again I use 5.6 of an aperture and ISO 200 again. And I selected sepia tone in my settings in my camera. So here then we have the house again in the background. So here's the small boat leading out of the photograph. And again you have the wall here again. So you're adding more depth to the picture. Again we started it from here. I lead across. So you have the boat exiting the image, and you have these ships going this way, so it's different composition again, different angles. So there's various ways of taking the scene of a photograph. There's the boat entering the scene again, and then in the middle. So there's various different photographs, different angles. Again we have the factory in the distance then, in sepia. Again I changed the angle then to make it more the triangle. So you're giving a different perspective. So it looks like the ships are kind of falling. Obviously they're not. So there's various different ways of taking the same location. So here then I find this really interesting. So you have the different shapes and texture. You see the difference what sepia tone makes it more dramatic, because here is the coloured. And the coloured one doesn't add much drama compared to the sepia. So we'll go back again. So what do you think? And you can leave me below in the comments. Which one do you prefer? The colour photograph or the sepia tone? Is there more dramatic? Do you think it's older looking? Here we just have the boats parked up. So here I changed my settings in my camera to vivid blue. So you can see how the boats are very blue now here, and the sky, and the clouds are more dramatic also. So go back to this one, because here, my angle, you can see the water, okay? And the next one, you don't notice the water as much, because I bent down and you can see all the grass. So I'll go back to these two again so you can see the difference. So you have the two boats with the water and the grass. Then by changing your angle, getting down lower, you see the grass. It's like it's painted up towards the boats. See the difference? So it's about changing the photograph. Next up, there's this small little boat. So here is another composition. So I have the leaves in the foreground. In focus, there were 2.8, so the background is blurry. These were my focus. Next one then is the boat was in focus. The boat was in focus then. So it's all different compositions. Back to that one. That's the boat. Then I was walking away from the boats, so that's them from a distance. So here is explaining about Foynes. Foynes Island viewpoints. So here is the history about it also. It was a splashdown. Flying boat pilot. So here is framing again. I'll go back to the last image so you can see it again. I'll give you a bit of time there to read that. We'll continue on. So then I framed it. There are small sailboats again. Here you have the boat, the small boat centered with the house. And I was framing it then with the tree there to the left hand side. So thanks for watching. Please hit the like and leave a comment below. And subscribe if you haven't already, and press the bell for notifications.